Hello, family, friends, and fellow sojourners. I wanted to tell you one of the miracles that happened to me before I even became a Christian. Back in 1971, I was visiting my parents in the Four Corners area of Colorado, and I had got a teaching position, student teaching position at Daniels Elementary in Lakewood, Colorado. And I left, it was after a major snowstorm, and I had a little Volkswagen that didn't have real good tires on it, but I was pretty poor. I wasn't getting much money for that position. So I had a certain amount of money that I had to live on. And I left that day. It was a beautiful sunny day. And before I got from my parents' home to an area near Pagosa Springs, Colorado, there was a straight stretch. It was snow-packed. The roads were completely snow-packed. And on this straight stretch, I did a 360, not once, not twice, but 3 times. I'll never forget just spinning around and around, and I was so scared. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get killed here. And on the third time I went around, the car went not into a snowbank where the Department of Transportation had cleared the snow off of the road. But as I came around, I backed into somebody's driveway out in the country that had just shoveled their road going into their property. And I literally just spun right into that area as though I was just backing up, everyday occurrence. But it scared me so much because the seconds before when I did that, seconds later, a big semi-truck was coming around a curve and would have hit me if I had just been a few seconds slower. He would have broadsided me and I would have been killed instantly. So I was so shook up that my legs were like jelly or jello and really shook me up. And so I thought, wow, that was close. So then I get over Wolf Creek Pass out of Pagosa Springs, and I've climbed the pass, and it had just gone over the peak of the pass and was on my way down. And again, as I was driving down that road, I lost control of the car again. And it spun one time, and when I came back to heading out again, a big tour bus a huge tour bus came around another curve at corner, and I remember seeing the eyes of that driver. His eyes got really wide, and somehow I miraculously gained control and got back on my side of the road, and I wasn't hurt. So again, that was a close call then. Well, I got to a place called Del Norte, which is close to what we call the gun barrel route, which would take you not all the way to I-25, but would take you up straight north out of Del Norte, Colorado. And it would be just a straight shot up to the Denver area. So I decided to take that. And when I got to Del Norte, I took the left going towards the gun barrel route. And a woman in front of me in a station wagon stopped in the middle of the road. She didn't know I was behind her, to let children out. She just picked children up from school, and it was, after 3 o'clock. So I was trying to get home before dark. But she stopped, and when she stopped, I couldn't stop, and I ran into the back of her. Now, it did not do any damage to her car, but it did damage to my car. And I was dead in the water. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go forward or back or whatever. And so I started crying because I didn't have money for a hotel. I had no way to take care of these bills that would have been unexpected. And I started crying and explained to her, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to get back to work. but I don't have any extra money. I barely have enough money to pay for the gas to get home. And she said, well, you can stay with me and my family. We have plenty of room. You're welcome to do that. Well, the mechanic's going to look at your car. So I was thankful that she extended her hospitality, and spent the night. And the next morning, her husband was working for the highway patrol, and he came in and he said, little lady, it's a good thing that you didn't make going up the gun barrel route. He said, because we got a freak blizzard last night. He said, when you would have been traveling. And he said there was a young woman that they found in her car, and she had passed away from hypothermia. She couldn't keep warm. And that could very easily have been me. But the Lord was gracious, and he brought people into my life that prevented me from doing something foolish. And so now I believe that those 3 incidents were from God, and that he prevented me from getting killed the first time, the second time, and probably the third time. So I understood. I understand now as a Christian. I wasn't a Christian then, so I didn't really understand how close I came, and that the grace of God prevented me from harm. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this story. Take care of yourself. God bless you. Bye-bye.